Hi guys, this is Miss Boston. Today we're going to look at our slope study guide and I'm going to try to talk you through some of this. So the first thing is finding slope from a table. This is when we need to make sure we are working with our change in x over or y over x. So we're looking at how the y goes up and how the x goes up. So in the first one, you'd go from 0 to 12 and that would be up 12. And then the second one, you'd go from 0 to 3, and that would be up 3. So your y would be up 12. Your x is up 3. Or you could do 4, because 12 divided by 3 is 4. So let's try one more to give you another example. From 0 to 60 here, that would be your y. And again, y over x. 0 to 60 would be 60. And 0 to 1 would be up 1. And 60 divided by 1 would be 60. Now the third one's a little tricky because it doesn't go up the same every time. So what you can do is just pick two things. So maybe the first two is what you want to do. So 0 to 450 would be up 450. 0 to 1 would be up 1. So then y over x, where distance is your y and time is your x, would be 450 divided by 1, or just 450. If you do like these two numbers and these two numbers, you'll get the same thing when you divide. So keep that in mind. Okay? And then our last one, I'll let you try on your own. Hopefully that makes a little more sense now though. Okay, creating from an equation, you really want to use that picture there to help you, where m is slope and b is y-intercept. So you're just trying to identify your numbers here. So for the first one, this would be your slope, and this would be your y-intercept. So for example, -5 over 2, and then -5. For the second one, this would be your slope, and this would be your y-intercept. Make sure you have those negatives there, okay? And then for this last one, it's a little tricky because that would technically be your slope, but there's no number there. So if it helps you, you can rewrite that as -1x plus 3. So then this would be your slope, -1, and this would be your y-intercept of 3. Okay, the next one wants you to answer an equation that has a slope of 5 and a y-intercept of -2. So you're trying to put it in that format. That's right above. So if our slope is 5, it would go in the m spot, and then a y-intercept of -2 would go in the b spot. Okay, slope from 2 points. Your formula for this is right over here. I would label each of these as x's and y's to help you. You don't have to color code unless it helps. And then when you do your y2 minus y1, it's a little easier to see what those are. x2 is 5, x1 is 0, and then you can just do some calculator work. 2 minus 0 is 2, and 5 minus 0 is 5. Okay, I'll do one more of these. Let's do letter C, how about? I won't do B, you guys can do that on your own. So 5 would be x1, 6 would be x2, and then 2 would be y1, 5 would be y2. Remember, it's xy, if that helps. So this would be y1 minus y2 divided by x2 minus x1. So 5 minus 2 would be 3, and 6 minus 1 would be 5. Or you can do 3 divided by 1, which should be 3. Okay. Page 2, you're trying to identify the slope and y-intercept of each graph and then create your equation. So remember, your y-intercept is going to be where that line hits this y-axis. So in this case, the y-intercept would be 0. The slope is from there to your next point. So in this case, it went up 2. I know it's only one box, but each box is worth 2 over 1. So your slope is 2 over 1, or just 2, which means your equation would be y equals 2x plus 0. Okay, hopefully that helps you on that one. Okay, let's go to the next problem type. Okay, let's try this one here. It says Troy makes green slime for his brother. He uses the graph to add the correct amount of blue and yellow food coloring to make white slime. What is the slope of the line? So all you're doing is you're finding your y-intercept, which would be here, and then your next good point, which in this case would be here. It's right on those edges. Okay, and you're going to do your rise. So this is your rise here, and your run. Okay, so rise over run. Keeping in mind, these boxes are not all 1. Okay, so it looks like we went up to 10. So when I do my rise over run, run, my rise would be 10. And it looks like it went over 1, 2, 3 to 4. So 10 over 4 would be my slope. Okay, I'm going to keep it going here. Okay, positive, negative, 0, or undefined. I'm just going to give you one example of each, okay? So if you do positive, if you draw your little person, they're going to be walking uphill like this one. So that would be positive. If I draw my little person here, he's going to be walking downhill. So that's negative. If I draw my little person and he falls off, that's undefined. And if I draw my little person and he has a nice, easy, steady walk, that is 0. So see if that helps you. Make sure you always draw your person on the left side. Okay. I'm going to let you guys try the comparing slope one. That was one we did in our book, so hopefully that won't be too bad. Excuse me. Okay, let's try this one. Juanita makes leather lanyards to sell. She charges a base fee and a cost per inch of the finished lanyard. The line shows this. We're going to write an equation. So let's start with our y-intercept right here. So she starts at 5. So it's something x plus something. So the plus something is going to be plus 5 because that's where she starts. That's our y-intercept. So that's b. Now let's go to another good point. It looks like this should be a really good point here, or this one. Those are 2 really good points. And you're going to do how much it goes up. So if it goes from 5 to 6, that's up 1. And how much it goes over, looks like it went over 2. So she charges, it looks like $0.50 per lanyard, per inch. Good job, guys. Okay. I'll let you guys try the one about Marissa's dance because that's very similar to the last one. Okay. The last topic we're going to do today is graphing an equation. So remember, you're going to start your y-intercept. So this is your y-intercept needs to go right on that y-axis. So in this case, that would be 1. So that's right here. And then your slope is the 1/2. So your rise over your run. Remember, rise is up unless it's negative. Run is right. So I'd go up 1 over 2 to here and make my line. Oh, that was a terrible line. Sorry, guys, but hopefully you get the idea. Okay, the second one I'm going to do really quick too because it's a little weird. Remember, your slope is always in front of x. So this is m and this is b. So this would be a y-intercept of 2. And then your slope is 3. Remember, if you have a slope that's a whole number, you can always put it over 1. So this would be like a rise of 3 over a run of 1. So up 3 over 1 would put us right there. And then you make your line. Okay, guys, hopefully that helps. If you have any additional questions, you can ask me and let me know.